Hello, Frosty people. The following video is going to be Frosty, so if you enjoy it and or never want to see an old man's Pilates class wearing short shorts and doing squat thrusts, please click that like button below and enjoy the video.
What's going on, guys? 5150 Nighthawk02 here, and this is going to be a very long video. We have two gameplays instead of one. Why? Because, well, I'm going to be talking about Black Ops 2, and there's going to be a lot of information on Black Ops 2 in this video, such as maps, perks, weapons, and I'll see if I can make a create class and add that on at the end of this video. But I'm not sure. This is more stuff from when Jordan and I were doing the dual commentary try to fight a video thing. So I'm just gonna get started here since we have low amounts of time, but and we can't really waste any more seconds. So here we go. The first thing I'm gonna go over is maps. Now remember, I'm gonna be giving my opinions on these as well. So yeah. The first map here is called Aftermath, which is ruined down Los Angeles with close quarters engagements. You can see a little picture of it. All this information has come from blackops2.com, so I want to thank them ahead of time. All these pictures are from their site as well. And if you look at this map here, this is one of the 4 maps that actually have a map on them that I have available from blackops2.com. As you can see, they're like towards the edge of the maps in the middle. There looks like there's a lot of close quarters in there, but if you stay on like the edges of the map, you should be pretty much fine with like an AR or something. I don't see really any other points except for that whole entire middle strip, maybe, for close quarters. Cargo is located in Singapore. Lots of close quarter engagements, and if you look at the map in here, it pretty much describes it. I think this will be a fun map to play on. I don't know how well the ARs and the SMG, or not SMGs, but like the snipers, the ARs, and all of them are going to work. I know this map will be very close quarter dominated, and I think people may get frustrated if some machine guns rule the game, kind of like Modern Warfare 3. The next map here that I have is Turbine. Look, it's located in the steep hills of Yemen with wind turbines scattered around the landscape. If you look at this map here, really close quarters. I'm going to say this ahead of time. I don't really like headquarters. Yeah, I don't really like the game mode headquarters, but not what I'm trying to get at. I don't really like close quarters is what I was trying to say. So this map may not be my favorite. Next one is Yemen, which is urban streets of Yemen with tight alleyways and then close quarters. If you look at this map here, it doesn't look like there's many close quarters engagements. I can see this little bridge up in the top middle part of the map here, and a little bit on the edges near there, but I don't really see any other places except maybe down at the bottom, right above that yellow bar, maybe. Carrier, there's no map for this one, but open engagements on a Chinese supercarrier. The hull offers great close quarter fights, and I think I'm going to disagree with that, with the hull, because this picture looks like there's only planes on one little part of it, and I'm guessing you'll be able to go into that little tower there, and you could probably pick guys off from there, so maybe snipers, that would be a potential area if that's open to you. And I think ARs will work that way too if that area is open enough. And then, as you can see, there's little stairs down here where you can enter the ship itself. So I think that's maybe cool. Drone, it's located in the heart of the Myanmar. Sorry if I totally screwed up that name. Jungles inside of a hidden drone factory. Offers great chances for snipers in the middle and fun close quarters fights throughout the facility. Okay, I'm not really sure about the fun close quarters thing, but the sniper thing kind of gets me. Since personally, I haven't seen a long-range map in a while where snipers would actually work. I know in Modern Warfare 3, there was not one map built just for sniping. All the maps were built for like submachine guns, and that really just pissed me off. about it. I kind of compare this map to Summit, if you remember that map from the original Black Ops, but this one's more like a jungle version of it from this picture here, if you can kind of see where I'm getting at. So moving on, we have Express, which is good long to mid-range engagements inside of Los Angeles' built train or bullet train center. Sorry, this looks a lot like a terminal style map, and I'm glad to hear that there's going to be medium range engagements in this map. I'm sorry for the lack of speak there, but it's good to see good to long medium engagements instead of close quarters engagements, since it says that on a lot of these maps. Next one is Hijacked. This kind of reminds me of the map Wetwork from COD 4. Maybe a brighter version of it, and maybe not on a battle cruiser, but same concept, which is a frantic close quarters engagements on a luxurious yacht. But here's the thing, I've seen gameplay of this already, and it looks like the ARs will work here as well as SMGs. And that's just what I've seen so far. But I don't know yet. It may be good, it may not be. Depends on how the map is very well designed. Meltdown is a battle over the cooling tower, camper spot, and sorry about that. And surrounding facilities, and surrounding facilities of Pakistan nuclear power plant. I'm not really sure on that one. There's nothing really to go by in this picture that much, except for that cooling tower there, which I don't know about it. Camper spot. Sorry. Overflow. I forget which Modern Warfare 2 map this kind of looks like. But I'll let you know once I think of it. And it says great urban engagement, so that means shotties will be useful, submachine guns. Another way of saying it, close quarters in the flooded streets of Pakistan. Well, flooded, that's kind of new. We haven't had a flooded map in a while. Moving on, Raid, which I don't know why, it kind of looks like Getaway to me. And it looks like it's going to play the same way as Getaway, since it says here that there are going to be hectic close-quarter engagements through a hillside mansion in Hollywood. Don't know why we're in Hollywood, but okay. Like I said, it reminds me kind of Getaway. This next one I like to call Villa Junior, mainly because it looks so much like Villa from Black Ops 1, and it's called Plaza. It's great for close quarters engagements and tough choke points in a rundown section of Panama. If you look at this picture here, you can kind of see like a fountain in the middle, which kind of reminds me of Villa. And then I'm guessing like this back building, if you're look to like the far right, that building there, if it's the same way as Villa, I'm guessing you could go inside of there and then pick people off. Not quite sure though. Promenade, ooh, this looks like it could be a cool map, but again, it says frantic close quarter engagements, which kind of scares me. With tight corners and angles throughout a floating resort in the middle of the Indian Ocean. Most likely, I think this is going to be a fun map to play on. I just think it's going to be really aggravating. You never know if this will be like another nuke town or something, but it looks really cool. Maybe I'll throw some 1v1 matches in there, or 2v2, or 3v3 once I get the full game and be able to play it with some of my friends and whatnot. And then we're getting down to the last two maps here. The next one is called Standoff, which thank God they're bringing back a classic Call of Duty engagements in a border town type map. And this is between China and Kyrgyzstan. I think that's how you pronounce it. But sorry if you can hear the phone in the background, but oh well. What was I gonna say? Oh yeah. This whole entire map seems really cool, and can we like turn that down, please, Red? Thank you. I'm afraid that it's gonna pick up. Sorry about that. This map looks like it's gonna be pretty cool. I think I like this one since I like a lot of the classic Call of Duty maps. And the last map that I'm gonna go over here is Nuketown 2025, which is pretty much like the map that you're watching right now. It's just set in the or the 2025 time, setting. So that's kind of it for the maps. What scares me the most with these maps is the close quarter engagements listed in almost every single map. I think that's going to get very annoying very quickly. So let me know what you guys think. Do you think that these descriptions are not going to be very helpful, and it's just throwing a lot of people off, thinking that it's going to be another Modern Warfare 3 type game that people won't like as much because of the map design? Or do you think it's going to be a decent type map setup where it will lead to Black Ops expectations? Let me know in the comments. Next, I'm going to go into... let's go into weapons. And I'm going to go over the assault rifles first, and then I'll go over attachments and everything later on in this video as well, like right after I get through all these guns and whatnot. So I'm going to go over the assault rifles first. I think I'm going to do like the gun informations or weapons. Then I'm going to move on to perks, and then I'll see how to go about it from there. So our first assault rifle is the M8A1. If you've played Battlefield Bad Company 1 or 2, you would know it as the XM8. This is a 4-round burst assault rifle, and these bursts can be fired pretty quickly. I think that's going to be like the M16 type, gun, I guess, but I'm not fully sure. Scar H, it's kind of like the Scar H in other Call of Duty, so I don't have to describe it that much. The AN-94 is like your AK, but the first 2 rounds are shot off faster. And
enemy spy plane incoming.
Yeah, I think that's gonna be kind of cool, actually. So like if you have a control trigger finger where you can count 2 shots off every time, maybe your firing rate will be faster. I don't know. But this is going to be like your AK equivalent. The SIG 556 is pretty much your M16. Your Type 25, if you guys remember the Type 95 from Modern Warfare 3, it's very similar, but this one is fully automatic. It has a high firing rate with a moderate recoil. Ooh, that may be a little twist. I don't know if that will be a new noob gun or what, so let me know. The next one, this one kind of reminds me of the FAL a little bit. It's called the SA-58, and it is a semi-automatic gun with a light recoil and moderate damage. And the next one is the SMR, which is another semi-automatic rifle, so I guess this would be like your M14 of the game. And it has the highest damage per round in the assault rifle class. So let me know what you guys think about that. Is it going to be good, or is it going to be crap? The M27 is like the Commando or the M4A1, so I'm going to be using it. Actually, for my class setup, I will be trying to make a class with the M27 and the MP7, which I'll get into once we get into submachine guns next. Then we have the MTAR, which, if you guys remember from Modern Warfare 2, that's the TAR-21. And now we're going to go into submachine guns. Like I said, the MP7 is back into the game. It's probably going to be very similar to the Modern Warfare 3 MP7, but dulled down a little bit. The Scorpion Evo 3. I don't know about you guys, but this looks like a G36C to me, a little bit. Like a submachine gun type version of it. But this has the highest firing rate in its class. So, will you be using it since you like high rate of fires? I know I'm probably not going to use that since I don't like the high firing rates, but I do like the accuracy bonuses better. So, let me guys know what you think about the Evo 3. The PDW, or Personal Defense Weapon 57, is fully automatic, and it's like your P90. It has the largest ammo capacity in its class. So, will you be using that? I think I might. The Chicom CQB, which is close quarters battles, I think, or something like that. This is your first 3-round submachine gun in any COD, I think. It has a high fire rate, which allows you to throw off those bursts pretty quickly. And if you ask me, it kind of looks like the FMG9s a little bit, with like a tactical light put in the little iron sights. So let me know what you think on that. I'm not 100% sure what I think. The MSMC, it looks like another MP7, but it has an increased range and a reduced recoil. So maybe this will be the MP7 that we didn't really like from Modern Warfare 3. We'll have to see once the gun, yeah, we'll see once the game comes out. And then if you guys remember the Vector from Modern Warfare 2, that is back as well. And I will be personally using that one since I loved it so much in Modern Warfare 2. It's been in my videos in Modern Warfare 2 for a while. So yeah, we're gonna move on straight to shotguns next. So yeah, what do you guys think about the SMGs? Do you think they're gonna be ruling the battlefield again or not? Let me know in the comments. Your first shotgun is a pump action. It is the R870S or MCS. Sorry about that. It is a strong damage and ranged shotgun. This gun looks pretty similar to the one, like the first shotgun that you unlocked in Battlefield 3. If you ever played that game, I think it's pretty much the same thing as that. Or otherwise, this would kind of be like your Spaz 12, I would guess. The next one is the M12116 or M1216, I guess is how you would pronounce it. It's a fully automatic shotgun with a rechamber every 4 rounds. So I guess this is like your AA-12, but I don't know if it's going to be as strong as the AA-12 was in Modern Warfare 2, or if it will be as weak as the AA-12 was in Modern Warfare 3. Let me know what you guys think. This gun was also in Battlefield 3, and it is the Sega 12 shotgun. I've been waiting for them to put this gun in Modern. What am I talking about? I've been waiting for them to put this gun in Call of Duty for a while now, mainly because it's deadly at short range, and it's a really cool gun in design. I mean, it looks like an AK, but it's a shotgun. Who wouldn't like that? And then your KSG is back, but I'm guessing it's going to be better this time, since I tried using the KSG in Modern Warfare 3 on the trolling account, and it just sucked. Let's go on to specials. The Assault Shield. It's like the Riot Shield. Now we're going to move on to light machine guns. The MK48. I believe this was in previous CODs. And is a fully automatic LMG with increased damage and range. Now, if I remember from some of the earlier Call of Duties, if I'm thinking of the correct gun here, the recoil was terrible with this thing. So, will that be changed? Will it have lesser recoil, or will you have to fire in bursts constantly? We'll see once the game comes out. This is like your Type 95 LMG, and it is called the QBB-LSW, and it has the highest firing rate in its class. So, let me know if you'll be using that. The LSAT, or the LSAT, it is very versatile and strong over all, and this is a cool looking machine gun if you ask me. It looks kind of cool. And now this next one, it looks like a Scar H with a drum mag on it, and it's called the Hammer. And it reduces firing rate over time, becoming more accurate. Personally, I would like it the other way around, but maybe the faster rate of fire at the beginning will be helpful. I'm not sure. Let me know what you guys think about that one in particular, since all the other ones are pretty similar. I think that will be a overused LMG, if LMGs are going to be used at all. Now moving on to snipers, we have the Ballista, which is a bolt-action sniper rifle, and this will be kind of like your MSR a bit, I would say. The next one is called the SVU-AS, which is a semi-automatic, and it has a high fire rate but very low recoil. I'm guessing by that description it will be kind of like the M14, if you guys remember that, or the M21 EBR from previous CODs. The DSR-50, which I guess is like your AS-50, it's a Actually, no, I take that back, since it's a bolt-action sniper rifle. Sorry, I didn't read ahead of time, but it kind of looks like the AS-50. And then you have your XPR-50, which is your semi-automatic rifle, deadly from the chest up, and with a moderate recoil. Maybe this is your AS-50. I know that some people were rumoring about the AS-50 being in Black Ops 2. I'm not 100% sure. Like I said, I'm getting all this information from blackops2.com. So if you have any complaints about that, just take it to them, since they are the ones that I'm getting all this information from. Now with your secondaries, I'm going to start off with the launchers. You have the SMAW, which is the same as it was in Modern Warfare 3. Here's a new one. It's the FHJ-18AA, which is a vehicle lock-on shoulder-fired rocket launcher. I'm not sure if this will be like your Stella 3 from Black Ops, or your Stinger from Modern Warfare 2 and 3, where it's only vehicle lock-on only, but we won't know. The RPG is back, and I like the new look to it, but I think that they should have kept the projectile the same as it used to be. And the crossbow is back in Black Ops 2, and it looks amazing. It fires explosive bolts still, but I think there's an attachment now where you can fire 3 bolts off, and the reloads are faster, and you can put sights on there and everything now, and it looks really cool. And I think it will work very well. Now I'm going to move on to pistols here. We have the Cap 40, which is a fully automatic pistol. And if you guys looked at the poster for Black Ops 2, if you pre-ordered the game, he's holding one of these in his hand. I'm not sure if I have a picture of that. And the second game has already started, so I'm just going to show you guys that now. And I'm going to try to speed this up a little bit. The TAC 45 is kind of like your M9, I guess, or your Colt 45, which is a semi-automatic pistol. High damages at close range. I've heard that this may be the pistol of choice, but let me know. We have a Raffica again, which is the B23R, which is the 3-round burst pistol. We haven't seen that in a while, so I think it's nice that they brought it back. Now, here's our revolver of the game, which is called the Executioner. It is a double-action revolver pistol and fires 28-gauge shotgun shells. So let me guys know what you think. The range is very low on it. The accuracy is medium. The damage is high, and the mobility is pretty high. But will you be using it? Does the shotgun revolver sound cool to you, or do you just wish that they had something else? And then let me know on it. And then they have the 5 and 7, which was in Modern Warfare 3. Now, lethals. This will go by pretty quickly. Grenades, just like grenades from before. Combat axe is your tomahawk. Stemtexes are Stemtexes. C4s are C4s. Bouncing betties are bouncing betties. Claymores are claymores. Okay, that's done. Tacticals, let's go into those real quick. You have your smoke grenade, which is your smoke grenade. Concussion grenades, which are concussions. EMP grenades, nothing new. Sensor grenades are like your portable radar, but in grenade form. Flashbangs are the same. Shock charge, it's like a tomahawk, but when you throw it down, it electrocutes anyone within a small radius of it, and it pretty much stops them and stuns them, pretty much. The Black Hat, which I thought this attachment was cool and maybe a very good add-on to this game, which is, it allows you to hack enemy equipment and care packages, or lets you disable enemy vehicles. So let me know what you think about that, guys. And then the tactical insertion is back. I remember Modern Warfare 2 had very bad boosting problems, so let's hope that they kept that mistake out. Now I'm gonna go over attachments real quick. Like some of the newer ones, I'm not gonna go over the old ones since they're the same. So the adjustable stock allows you to move faster while aiming with your weapon. That's kind of like your stalker perk. The ballistics CPU reduces your weapon's idle sway while aiming. I think that's for snipers only, but I don't know. maybe it's different. Dual band is a night vision scope with interlaced thermal overlay. So this is like your thermal scope, and if you remember back in COD 4, you could turn on night vision. So I'm guessing that this is the same thing. Fast mag is like your sleight of hand. FMJ, if you remember Hardened from Black Ops, it's the same thing. Your grip reduces your recoil, so that's not really new. Hybrids are back. Iron sights for sniper rifles are back. So I find that pretty cool. I've kind of missed that from World at War, and I kind of wanted them to bring it back in Black Ops 1, but it didn't really happen. So yeah. The laser sight, which is your steady aim perk, pretty much. And then your long barrel increases your weapon's range. The millimeter scanner, pretty much, if you guys remember from like any gameplay, if you've seen any already, it is your target finder. So let's say there's a guy coming out of a wall, you can see him on that scanner before he comes out of the wall and shoot him down. Now, does this mean that you get to see everyone that's coming out of that wall? Probably not, since I think that would be overpowered. I think it has a very short view scan of it. So, I'm not sure. It says here up to 25 meters, which I have no idea how far that is in-game. Quick draw is quick draw. It's just an attachment now, so don't worry about it. Select fire will turn your burst fire weapons into fully on Mac at any time, which I think is pretty cool. The target finder, ooh, I'm sorry about that. The millimeter scanner and the target finder are two different things. Sorry to screw that up. Target finder identifies enemies and highlights them in red, so I'm guessing that the millimeter scanner just shows them up as soon as they're walking around corners. It's not a target finder. And then a lot of the rest are the same. So let me guys know, what do you guys feel about having attachments as perks? Or, sorry, perks as attachments. Wow, I'm really losing it today. And then, speaking of perks, let's go over some of them real quick. These are all perk 1 slots right now. So, let's go over these. Lightweight is, pretty much you move faster than normal and you don't take any fall damage. Flak Jacket is the same as Flak Jacket from Black Ops. Blind Eye, AI controlled air support score streaks cannot detect you. Some air support score streaks can be player controlled at any time, so they can find you sometimes. Don't blame Blind Eye, blame the person controlling the AIs. Hardline, it's pretty much like Hardline before, but instead of having it 1 kill less, it's a couple of points less. So, and then Ghost. Listen, all hackers, this will change your gameplay totally. Ghost, it only works if you're moving. So, any campers out there, don't equip Ghost. I suggest you would try to put on Blind Eye instead, since Ghost isn't going to help you anymore. So now we're moving on to perk 2 slots. Hardwire makes you immune to counter UAVs and EMPs. It's pretty much like the Assassin Pro perk, but when the EMP is off, you can call in your score streaks if you have Hardwire equipped. Scavenger's the same. Cold-Blooded makes you invisible to enemy targeting systems, which includes equipment such as the dual band target finder, sensor grenade, and MMS. Enemy player controlled air support score streaks will also cannot target you normally. Fast Hands lets you swap your weapons faster, so it's pretty much like Sleight of Hand Pro without the reloading part, but it lets you throw off equipment and grenades faster, and it also lets you throw back grenades safely. And then the final one is Toughness, which is kind of like your focus. And now, perk slot 3. The first one is Dexterity, which lets you climb over obstacles faster, and also you can aim faster after sprinting and recover from melee strikes quickly. I think I may use that one, I'm not sure. Engineer. It's like your hacker, pretty much. Yeah, it's pretty much hacker. Dead Silence is Dead Silence. Extreme Conditioning is ×2 sprint. It doesn't mean like you have, like when you're sprinting, you speed up twice as fast. It's just it goes on for twice as long. Tactical Mask is Tactical Mask, and Awareness is the opposite of Dead Silence. It makes your enemies 4 times louder. So I'm not sure if anyone's going to be doubling up with Dead Silence and Awareness, but it may be a smart idea. And those are your perks. So we have about a good chunk of time left. So I kind of want to talk about some of these perks and stuff. Ooh, I forgot some perks. I am so sorry about that. I'm not thinking today. Since there are normal perks that are not considered perks, but they're considered wildcards. I knew I was forgetting something, so sorry about that. Primary Gunfighter allows you to have 3 attachments on your primary weapon. So remember, guys, you can have up to 2 attachments on your gun at the start. Mainly because a lot of the old perks are now attachments, so they probably let you do that now. So if you guys want to go all sofa mod with your guns, which is the reflex suppressor and grenade launchers, go ahead. Secondary Gunfighter allows you to put 2 attachments on your secondary weapon. And I kind of missed that from Modern Warfare 2, having 2 attachments on my pistols and stuff. So I think that will be kind of cool. Overkill is like Overkill. Now these next perks, these next 3, I'm just going to run by pretty fast. They're called Perk 1, 2, and 3 Greed, which allows you to have 1 extra perk in those slots. Danger Close allows you to take a second lethal grenade. And then Tactical is pretty much like Danger Close, but with your equipment. And that takes away your lethal. And those are your wild cards. Personally, I find that a lot of people may be using Primary Gunfighter, since a lot of the perks are now attachments. So people will kind of want Sleight of Hand and Stalker together. And maybe they'll want a sight on their gun or a suppressor. Or maybe they'll want steady aim and sleight of hand on their gun, and maybe some sort of sight, since the iron sights were bad. So maybe that's what you want to do. I can kind of see Primary Gunfire being a main choice for these wild cards, and then I also see the perks greeds being used a lot as well. Not so much on Secondary Gunfighter and Overkill, since I'm not sure why. I just don't see it being used as often. And what I don't get about the Secondary Gunfighter picture here, he's holding the M21, or the TAR-21, sorry, but the wild card that they have for it is for your pistols, so wouldn't you think that they would have a picture of a secondary weapon there? Let me know. And now I'm just going to go over the creative class description here. So the Black Ops 2 creative class has been totally updated. You have a new 10-point system, which gives you 10 points to use on weapons, equipments, and perks. Each weapon, a weapon attachment, perk, and equipment uses 1 point, but you can only use 10 per class. Of course, it's what you want to use. So if you don't want that secondary, you can take it off. You can also carry blah 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 blah. Wild cards, pretty much, they will be counted as 1 point. So if you put, I think you can hold up to 3. So if you want to do that, you have 3 of those points. Let's say you want Primary Gunfighter, Danger Close, and maybe Perk 1 Greed. That will be 3 points off of your final create class setup, and then everything else will be 7. So let's talk a little bit about, just in general, what I think of Black Ops 2 is going to be. Originally, when this game was coming out, and I heard that it's futuristic, I thought, okay, this is Treyarch trying to get back at Infinity Ward for Modern Warfare 3, since I think Modern Warfare 3 kind of let the community down. They took out playlists such as Gun Game and One in the Chamber, which people really liked, and put in that Money in the Dank. Now, Money in the Dank, I've played it. I personally would have rather had gun game and one in the chamber back instead of that game mode. Some people like infected. I don't know. I really didn't like it that much. But I'm hoping with Black Ops 2 they listen to their community. Mainly because the community is what makes the game fun, and if the creators are creating dumb game modes that no one wants to play and keeps them in the game, then people are going to be outraged. A lot of people kind of lost their trust in Infinity Ward with Modern Warfare 3, mainly because of lack of communication to their community. By having people pay for Call of Duty Elite, which is now free, I want to make clear of that. So if you are a premium member, well, there's no such thing as premium for or Black Ops 2, mainly because Treyarch is all about getting the community together, which I love. I love being able to play online with people, and I like the equality that everyone has with it. I don't think that people should be getting stuff free just because they paid an extra $60. I find that as a ripoff. No offense to Infinity Ward or anyone that believes in Infinity Ward's ways of creating their games. I just didn't find it necessary to do that, and I'm glad that they took that out in Black Ops 2. Guns. I'm hoping that the SMGs aren't the main gun choice like they were in Modern Warfare 3. Those maps were built just for survival. That survival game mode, like the original maps, a lot of them were just made for that type of style of play. And I think it didn't transfer well into the multi. I went over this with the maps, and it said that there were a lot of close quarters on there. And personally, I wish that they would have longer range maps that don't have close quarters in them, where you have to be able to use a different gun than running around with a submachine gun all the time. Since that really frustrated me in Modern Warfare 3, that everyone had a submachine gun on them. I can understand having a couple of maps, but not every map should be a submachine gun map. I'm glad that they're letting you have perks as attachments and having some new perks in the game. I've been waiting for new perks that actually make sense. Personally, I didn't understand why Sleight of Hand was, a perk, since they had dual mags in the game, which pretty much took it out. Which I'm glad that they put that concept in there, because mainly I want to open up my perk slots a little bit to different perks that I probably wouldn't use. A lot of the new perks sound like they can be pretty good perks. If they put them into older Call of Duties, I think they would have been pretty well done. My one fear with Black Ops 2 is what I feared in Modern Warfare 3, which they made my nightmares a reality. The guns were just all out, all over the place. You had guns like the Type 95, the MP7, the PP90. Sure, they put out like one patch to fix some of those guns. Black Ops, I am talking to you, Treyarch, right now. If you find that a gun is overpowered, please dull it down a little bit until it's equal. What I hate about Modern Warfare 3, they changed guns that didn't need to be patched. And I thought that was a waste of time. I know I sound like I'm hating on Modern Warfare 3, mainly because I don't really like the game that much. There were some good things added into it, which will be back in Black Ops 2, kind of like gun levels will be back. So I'm hoping that that's going to be good. What else here? Personally, I think the new Creative class system, it could go either way with me. It could be totally unbalanced, or if they made it pretty balanced enough, where, sure, maybe there'll be a AK-74U mistake, where if you put rapid fire on it, it may come off to anger the community a bit. But like I said before, if they find something is a little too overpowered and is being used way too much, I wish there was going to be a little patch, like maybe just a little patch to fix that up. Otherwise, I have great hopes for Black Ops 2, and I hope that it will be a great game, which I'm betting it will be. Yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. There's going to be a little added-on part here, maybe, with a class creation, or maybe that will be a totally different video. I'm not sure yet. It depends on when I get this done and when I upload. So thanks guys for watching. I hope you guys have enjoyed. You can leave a like button, click down below if you enjoyed. It's great feedback and it helps me out a lot. Also, if you guys want to, if you're new, please subscribe, since subscriptions here are free, and who doesn't love free stuff? This has been 5150 Nighthawk 02. Thanks guys for listening to all this news and random stuff, and I'll talk to you guys later.